Well, hello there everyone, my name is Amy, this is The Opinionated Woman, and welcome to a bullet journal video. I and my trusty journal, upside down, my trusty journal, I've gone through a whole one. We have been through life from June 2022 until April of 2023. This is just a dollar and Rowney, 150 GSM acid-free paper. I have a different theme for every month. If you've not seen my bullet journal videos, there's a playlist on my profile. But this video, we're going to go through this and see my progressions, like harken back on some of my favorite spreads. And yeah, just reminisce on my past bullet journal explorations. So if you are keen for that, let's hop into it. Alrighty, let's look at it. It actually held up pretty well. Sometimes they start looking a little bit worse for wear, but this month, this bullet journal seemed to have held up pretty damn well. We started off with June, which I did a completely black and white theme with gold accents. I started using a bunch of die cut stuff, basically using some pattern work and pieces like that. I really loved filling this out. I thought the gold was the perfect little hint of like the only color that sort of appeared into it, except for my mood tracker. And what's nice about my mood tracker is that you can see how well I did this month. Lots of contentment, lots of motivated, lots of happy. So that's what I like looking back on my mood tracker. And then my gratitude, simple things like having a clean fridge, a delicious tofu soup, a really kind dentist, and I see here that last time I swapped my wardrobe in June. It is currently May and I've already swapped my wardrobe. So yeah, that's sad. Then just paging through. Very busy, as you can see, in June. And then because June is the Queer Lit Readathon, it's International Pride Month. This is my Queer Lit Readathon bingo board. As you can see, I whacked it up that way. This year we're doing it for the whole month, so I'm really excited to see how many squares that I can hit in here. That would be so cool. Then we moved on to July, and my focus was on very bright colors and these white die cut butterflies. So that was the inspiration that I went ahead with, and I think it came out really beautiful. I had so much fun filling this out. It's so colorful. It is exactly what I'm looking for. And as we can see here, lots of happy, little bit of anxious, but mostly doing pretty damn well in July, which is super nice. And then I did this cute little, I always like seeing these all put together once they've all colored in. Crocheting with the family, buying yarn with mom, time with family, my car. So this is when I got my car last year, and yeah, wow, that's fun. Okay, that's fun. And then yeah, just more colorful spreads, as I spent lots of time with family. Then we went on to a slightly more stripped back version, and you'll see with my stripped back spreads, a lot of them involve brown paper. I'm just a suck for brown paper, okay? So I found brown paper, gold, and then wood textures. That's what I was going for. And then these cute little like milk jugs. I found a whole bunch of them in a interiors magazine. So that's what I went with. It's very stripped back, but I really like how chic it is in all the warm tones. Yeah. Let's see how I was doing. Yep, bitch was happy. There was a couple of down days. One day I forgot my meds, oh dear. But that's to be expected, that is all right. So my gratitude, reading Daisy Jones and the Six, An Unusual Grief, so some books on here. A call with Mom and Jay, catching up with a friend. Yeah, nice times. And then yeah, just the stripped back with a little jug on each page as we go through the rest of the month. What did we do for September? Oh yeah, September was wood textures and green, and I wanted to do it in a very, very blocky way because it was like the green textures are all uneven, and so are the wood textures. So yeah, there's some nude people over there. And I really like this washi tape. I'm all out of it now. But as you can see, I just kept it really rigid, used some really pretty pieces of ephemera. She was happy again in September. And then this time I did a gratitude strip, finishing my expenses for my taxes, bidding on art, which I bought, dog park with Jay and Hugo, spending a whole day with my bestie who was here from the UK. Yeah, writing a bunch of whole different articles. It's really cool to look back on these articles and be like, oh wow, I was writing about such crazy stuff. And then I went completely colorful with Hello October. If you watched this video, you would see how much of a freaking remorse this front page was for me to do. But it ended up okay in the end, finally, after very many iterations. But this is when I went and painted every single one of my spreads. So I think they speak for themselves. They're pretty beautiful. I'm very happy with how these cards came out. And here we've got Phil and the Clay Cafe because it was my brother's birthday. New green lamp because I bought a cute new lamp. Buy new yarn. You'll always see yarn in here. And then having NHS COVID tests because I got COVID in this month. And yeah, there's a lot of these. You can see now COVID day 1, COVID day 2. So I was indoors for like 10 days. Still work from home, so that was handy, but yeah, freedom. And then November I decided to go all papering with this harmful book that I found, and then just coffee stain it, and then do some little illustrations on the top. So these pages are very weighty and appealing. So I was just working with coffee, going in with these illustrations, purpley tones, you know. It was the corn song was happening, so the corn happened there. I love seeing stuff like that. Oh, that's so funny. Mood tracker. Yeah, she was happy. Some no bones days in November, but she's pretty happy. And then the gratitude with my little yarn, because I was getting so much into crochet at this point. Again, getting some yarn, crochet, Cozy Mysteries and Crochet, Azumi Hugo. Stretchy yoga, cute new tattoo, because I got my little mushroom. So yeah, lots of cozy little fun things in November. And then we just carried on with the book pages. I've managed to use so much of this gross book. In December, I went all multicolored pattern work, inspired by this washi tape. So I thought that the front came out so cute, but this is one of my favorite spreads I've ever done. Like, it's all painted with watercolors, and I think it's fucking beautiful. I'm so proud of it. And then all of these were using different mediums. This was also watercolor. This was some fine liners. So every page is like a circusy clown vibe, you know? That came out really satisfying with the mood tracker. You can see I wasn't feeling so great this month. December is a little bit stressful for me because of... as you can see, I left lots of gaps. I went home for the holidays. It was a little bit stressful. So yeah, that's why there's some empty bits. I finished my book sleeve. I got a cute mushroom dress, again, buy new yarn. And Jay comes up quite a lot on here, which is my sibling, which is really sweet. And then every week I did a different thing, and then end of year musings. I'm just going to scoot past those. So January I went for a complete mishmash. So I wanted to use some of these white textures, but then I wanted to go with textures of all different colors and hopefully use up a bunch of ephemera, which I think I managed to do. And I think it came out super cute. So it's all not quite coordinated, very patchworky and boho. I really like the way this came out, using so much different types of color, and I think these contrasts and these little raised bits, I really like incorporating these into my spreads. Getting some really nice bright color in there. You can see for January I was much more happy and motivated than I was for December, which is to be expected. December is not usually my best month. And then I did a cute block for the gratitude. What have we got in here? Drawing slugs. I did my slug drawing in this month, which is so much fun. Daytime naps, making a spiral granny square. I've made so many since then. Having my beach day in Noduk, all kinds of fun stuff. And then I just carried on using those for the rest of the month. Then in February, I did another stripped back one, slightly French. See, I used the gold and the brown again, but this time using this wrapping paper that I got from my sibling for Christmas, or on one of my Christmas presents. They always wrap it in nice paper so that I will journal it. So yeah, I just worked with that, very stripped back, put in all these cats, and because I'm a cat kind of lass. My gratitude again, very slipped back. My mom, a library trip, buying blue yarn, a good new thriller, making a tote bag, puddle cows, manatees. Looking at these gratitudes is probably one of my favorite things, as is looking at the mood tracker when I look really happy and content. That makes me really happy. Yay me and my mental health. And then just that green vibe going all the way through. Then I started doing my monochromatic ones. March is my birthday month, so I went all blue for this month, which I did last year and the year before. And it's just all about all of the different blue swatches and this holographic paper that I also got in a Christmas present. Ooh, look at that. So this, yeah, all blue, very, very happy. I left out some days in here. I'm not sure why, but she was a happy bunny most of the time. Where's my birthday? Happy. Hooray. And I've been wanting to put these underwear into a spread for so long, and I finally did it. This I love looking back on when I do my monochromatic spreads. Because of the different blues that I put in to make it like a mosaic. So what was I happy for? Crochet turning into a thing. Most wonderful birthday. Jen pain because I thought that I'd cracked my rib. My mom and my sibling arriving from the UK. Lots of good stuff. My flat looking planty. Very good things. Lots of very good things happening in March. And kept on the blue theme until the last spread of the month, which you would have seen if you've seen my April bullet journal video. But this went all green because I was inspired by the all blue. So I went with a bunch of different houseplants that I found, and then every freaking green swatch that I could get my hands on. I love this fiddly fig. I want one of those one day. Cute little chair. And another really beautiful gratitude. Wonderful house changes. Working on my bullet journal. Family bri. My new pixie cut. Seeing my stepdad again. Making a bunch of changes to my house. My mom and my brother arriving. Yeah, it's just all the good stuff. All the good stuff. And again, I left out a couple of blocks here. It's all because of the family time, I guess. But it's all very green and very planty. And that, my friends, is all. If you like this bullet flip through video, I urge you to go and see my bullet journal playlist. I have a bunch of amazing videos on there for you to see, and you're going to really, really like them. So, like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff, and I'll check you next time.